What's up, everyone? Mark from Mighty Tonka Madness here with a new video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. That way you can set alerts and get an alert to know when I drop a new video right away, so you don't have to come back and check. You'll just get an alert to your phone or wherever you like to watch. Also, if you do watch the videos and you like what you see, if you could please hit the thumbs up button. That really helps to get the videos out to more people. Shows up in the, I guess, algorithm, if you want to call it, a little bit more. Helps more people see the videos is all. So if you could please hit the thumbs up if you like the videos. If it's something interesting to you, hit the thumbs up button. Just takes 2 seconds, really helps me out. I really want the channel to keep growing. And I appreciate everybody that does like and has subscribed so far. So let's get right into this new video here. So I finally got enough military Tonkas to justify a full video about them all. Some of them I've had, some of them I just got. The 2 Jeeps in the back I just got. And this one you saw the live video where I made it whole again. So, as you can see, we got some all different sizes here. Even we got this tiny set. Maybe I'll just start with this one here in the front. This is the G.I. Joe set, if you didn't notice the decals on there. This is a tiny set. I believe it came out in 1992. I have the 1990 and the 1991 dealer catalogs. It's not in there, and I believe I've seen a 92 before, and I think that's when they came out. They may even, let me see, they may even have a date on here. Actually, let's see if we could see it down in there. 1992, yep, there it is. 1992. Everything's here except for, it would have had a second motorcycle. I picked this set up at a toy show last year for like 20 bucks. I'd never seen it before, and for 20 bucks, I thought it was pretty cool. You can see they got, the truck's got little, I don't know if this would have came with people maybe, I'm not sure. We got some little guns on here, pretty cool. This one, it looks like it's missing a piece, but I don't think it is because I think that little raised lip there is supposed to be like a windshield that was folded forward, so pretty cool. And of course, it's got the helicopter that comes off, prop spins. There was no tail prop on this one, so that one's all complete. And usually when you see the this kind of, I don't know if it would be a Freightliner or a Kenworth cab over style. I believe they were introduced in 1989, so any of these with that style cab over is 89 or later. So excuse my funny sounding voice, more than usual anyways. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I wanted to do some videos anyway just to keep everything going. So that's the 1992 G.I. Joe set. This one right here is just the Tonka Army Jeep. This was sold individually and in a set. This is a mini, all complete. Lots of times the top is missing, decals, etc. I think if you pop the top off, the windshield folds forward. But that's all everything that came with this one. It was pretty simple, really. Sometimes the gas tanks are broken off the top. They're kind of molded right into it, and they got the little hooks on the bottom. It has a trailer hitch, but there was no trailer that came with this in the set or individually. The set that it came with would have had a super thrust style pickup truck, and it would have had a military ambulance, like a Jeep Wagoneer, which is pretty awesome. The Wagoneers tend to be tough to find, and they can get a little pricey, especially if they're all complete. That's the toughest part, is finding them all complete. So that's the mini Jeep. Most minis, a real nice mini, you can usually pick them up for like 20 bucks. So I think that's what I gave for this, maybe 15 or 10, a little bit cheaper. Excuse me. And of course, this one if you've been following the channel, or if you haven't, if you're new, this is my 1978, 1 year only, military transport and radar trailer. This was made in 1978, like I said, for that 1 year only, with this super thrust cab. This is really, really hard to find. This is literally the first one I've ever seen come up for sale, and I've only ever seen a handful of these in existence. When I bought it, if you watched the live video and checked in my community section there, it was missing the chrome satellite dish, because in 1978, the radar satellite dish would have been chrome. Thankfully, there was one other toy made with the chrome satellite dish, which was the TV van. So I bought a TV van for like 15 bucks, and I gently pulled the tube rivet, not ribbit, that's not a frog. Gently pulled the tube rivet out, and I swapped over the new satellite dish. So I completed the set. Also, this top does come off. I don't want to pull, it's hard to pull it off with one hand, but, well, I guess it isn't. Let's see. There we go. The top just slides over the top here. I got this off of a 1980s military radar set. I believe 82 they came out with it again, just not in this super thrust cab. And as you can see, something that's pretty unique with this is the color match grill. Usually the super thrust cabs have a chrome grill on them. This one they made to match the green. And there's also, I've seen red ones also for the red pickups, not military, but just in general, red pickup. You can see color match. The bed on this one does dump, I believe. This was another piece that I salvaged off the 80s military truck. I picked that up for a couple of bucks also, whatever it was. And it does, this has benches in the back, just like the regular Tonka troop transport. As you can see, this color doesn't quite match. This is also a little bit off, but the parts for the original one were identical to this. These are original parts. Like I said, I just kind of salvaged them off of the later version. And it was hard to tell in the pictures, but they didn't quite match. But either way, the parts are original and the set is now complete. So that's pretty awesome. And that is super, super hard to find, like I said. Excuse me. Next, we have the, this one is the military Jeep, of course. And you could tell that this one is from 1968 or 69 for a few reasons. If you see these wheels right here, they're both five spoke, but in 1968, they began to make the 5-spoke wheels with that little raised rib in the center. So this one that's one way you can tell it's at least a 68. And then on the bottom here, you can see there is a Moundman decal sticker. That's pretty cool. They use those same decals as license plates on some of like the VW bugs and stuff. So that's a pretty cool little thing. They were known to use the same part for many different things. So every once in a while you'll see those decals on there. Lots of times they got worn off. But these Jeeps are very, very hard to find with all their parts and pieces and nice decals. These are water transfer decals, very good condition. They used water transfer decals up until late 1970. They started to switch over. And you could usually tell the water transfer decals, number one, they're really flat. Number two, the corners are sometimes, or on the adhesive ones, the corners will be peeling, but on the water transfers, they'll get cracks in them. This one is actually in very good shape, so there really is no cracking, which is tough to find. Yeah, so with the rims, the raised rib 5-spoke wheels, and the sticker, you could tell that this is a 68 or 69, and it's all complete. Sometimes the top's missing, sometimes the bars are missing. It's on both sides. Sometimes the gas tanks are broken off. Same thing with the minis because they're molded into the plastic top. And if you take it on and off, only natural that eventually it's going to break. So if you'll see this little slot back here, that would have had, I will show you on this one, that would have had a little kind of hook in there to hold the spare tire. This should have had a spare tire on it, but the little hook broke off. It does have a nice, I believe this has a nice decal in there. If I could see, or maybe this one didn't come with it because of the, yeah, this one might not have came with it because of the top. So that is the 68 or 60, 68, 69. There was no differences. Pretty cool. Pretty simple interior. They got two little, you got like a shifter. Must be one nice, must be a transfer case shifter, or maybe it's like a range or whatever it may be. But really nice shape. Happy to have it. I got it pretty cheap, which I feel is cheap anyways. They can get up to around $100 for a nice one. I paid, I don't remember, like maybe 70 with shipping and everything. So worked out good. Happy to have it finally. I really love them, like I said, but they just get pricey. And you can see that this one has the white wall tires. Another difference, so this is the same thing, a military Jeep, but this is an earlier one. I believe this is a 1963 or 64. The 63 was the first year for Jeeps, for Tonka. There was a bunch of other Jeeps, just solid color. There was the pink Tonka Surrey Jeep, but that'll be in another video. As you can see, it has the Mountain Mint Oval, which tells you 62 to 69. Here are the flat 5-spoke wheels, which, like I said, were made up until 67. And like I said, I believe this to be a 63 or 64, because in 63 actually, because in 63 they didn't have any decals on them. In 64 they would have had a decal that said Tonka up here. In the condition that it is, I highly doubt that the decal would be missing, because everything else is really nice. So I think this is 1963. Excuse me. Another difference, if you see the Jeeps, where the windshield folds, they fold forward. This one would too, but this one has a rivet as opposed to just the metal kind of bent and put into the hole there. So that's another way to tell. That began in 1965 with the rivet. So, and you'll notice, like I said, this has the solid rubber tires. I believe these ones may be plastic. It's hard to tell. Yeah, these may be plastic. Either way. And they're a little bit thinner too. If you look at them side by side here, you can tell they're a little bit thinner, slightly different tread pattern. These ones are rubber for sure. But that's a really nice Jeep. And like I said, I believe this one is a 63, the first year for the military Jeep. This one, like I showed you earlier, has the hook. So this would have had a spare tire on it. So, but this one is really beautiful shape. I think I picked this one up for $60, which is pretty awesome. That was with shipping. So happy to have that one. And also, in case you didn't know, from what I've heard, that number right there is the phone number to the Tonka factory, is what I was told. When they had the operators and switchboards, that was the phone number right there, GR22431. So pretty cool, if that's true. I believe it is. I'll have to look in my book and confirm, but that's what I've always heard. So. And lastly, we have the military grader here. Pretty awesome. This is a 1964. Military grader was only made in 1964 and 65. The 64 has this kind of bend in the frame. The 65 would have been straight. There would be no bend. And these were only available in a set. And they came with a Jeep similar to that. Came with the regular Tonka version of the military troop transport, and it came with a bulldozer, which is awesome, that I haven't been able to snag one yet for what I was willing to pay. So they pop up, but Excuse me. So, here's the grader. Like I said, this has solid rubber tires. Again, has the flat 5-spoke wheels on it. Very good shape. Lots of times the decals are peeled. The star peels. This kind of wheel back here steered the front wheels. Pretty cool. The blade goes up and down and turns side to side. The graders are really awesome. I have 13 graders, different ones. But this was the only, these military graders are only available in a set. You couldn't get them individually. So they're tough to find, and they usually are over $100. I think I picked this one up for 40 actually, which is wild. I couldn't believe it. I scored that on eBay. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end here, I appreciate it. Appreciate you subscribing. And if you could please hit that like button. That would be awesome. I hope to see you in the next one. And like I always say, always be hunting. See you later.